Hello and welcome back to Arcanine Rides. Today we have a new chapter in the Dualtron Victor saga, and I'm trying out a new footrest. This one comes from a viewer of the channel and is actually 3D printed. He's been sending me a number of samples to find the material and style that works best, and the current one has been working really well. I've not been paid to test or promote this, but I respect the effort that has gone into solving a fairly common complaint with this scooter, so I will link the creator's eBay listing where you can pick up one for yourself if you want. I believe this footrest would work for other Dualtron scooters that have the same 4-bolt rear panel for mounting. I'll cover some more about it on the ride, as well as a little update on the Victor, so let's jump over to that.
Hello again, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me very well. I'm all bundled up because while it does look sunny out here, it's actually freezing cold. But I'm out riding because we finally got some sun for the first time in a while. And I am out testing out this new footrest that a viewer sent me. It's 3D printed. And I probably introed it, so basically the biggest thing I'm worried about is it potentially snapping. So this should be a really good quality test to see how it holds up over extended use. I've taken it out a couple times and it's held up fine, but I haven't done any extended rides with it. Also, we're back out on the Victor. I haven't ridden this thing in a minute. It's been a while. There's not a lot to update you guys on other than, I'm not sure if I've mentioned it in other videos, but obviously the footrest, and also I've been using the ABS braking way more than I thought I would. I actually love it, and it jiggles. It you can feel it stuttering when you brake, but I love having the control while I brake and not having to worry about locking up the wheels. But yeah, other than that, I've been loving riding this thing. If you saw my full review, you know that it took me a little bit to get warmed up to this scooter and a few upgrades to get it where I want. And now I'm hoping that this 3D printed footrest solves my issue that I have with there not being a footrest included on this thing. Obviously there's that rear handle that I installed, but it does put your foot at a bit of an awkward angle, whereas this 3D printed one puts it at basically the perfect angle, giving you it doesn't make your calf and heel hurt from having to prop it up at too steep of an angle. So I'm hoping that this thing holds up well, and if it does, and if I like it, then that'll be linked down in the description, because I think that it's awesome to support those the people who are solving the issues that I'm sure many riders have. And this not having a footrest was one of my biggest issues with it. We're cruising 52. It's funny how fast you can become acclimatized to these higher speeds. And I know this scooter does show about 2 miles an hour faster on the speedometer than you actually go. But yeah, cruising at almost 50 is a freaking blast. I don't know how many more of these really good weather days like this. I mean, I say good weather, but it's less than 40 degrees out here. And it's been snowing non-stop all the previous days. But I try to take advantage of these days when I can, when there's a little sun and no chance of snow and rain. I love this scooter because it keeps up with traffic without being like, make me feel like I'm gonna die constantly. The storm was so fun, but man, that scooter was scary fast. Although I plan to try and get my hands on a Storm or Storm Limited this year, hopefully to own one. I would love to own a Storm. That scooter was hands down the funnest scooter I've ever ridden. I would love to be able to maybe even work with Mini Motors this year. That'd be super awesome. Work with them to get maybe a review for the Thunder 2 as well. You know, trying to, what do they say? Trying to manifest that by speaking it out loud. Man, the snow is pretty. I hate the snow because I can't ride when it snows, but man, does it look good. Makes for some pretty riding around these parts. As you can tell, we're also up close to the mountains, so we get snow probably earlier than any of the other cities around us. Yeah, it looks great though. It looks so pretty. The footrest feels really good so far. I'm actually really pleased with it. It doesn't feel like flexy or like it's gonna snap at all, which makes me happy. The other thing I was thinking, and leave a comment if you want to see it, is the next time it snows, I would love to get on the Q-Power 2 again and do a little Q-Power 2 off-road ride in the snow. That would be so fun. I'm curious how it would hold up and how bad it would slip around, or if those tires would be able to do the trick in snow. But that sounds like a blast. That would be super, super fun. Trying to get some end of the year rides in with all of my favorite scooters from the year. Try and get some footage out. As I mentioned in previous videos, I also have a big scripted video that I'm working on, but I'm not rushing it. That'll probably end up coming out closer to the new year or after the new year. Well, yeah, it should be a good one. I also have no idea if you can even hear me with this. I've got a full, what's it called? Balaclava on. So I can barely hear myself. My mouth and ears are covered up. I'm actually quite warm. My winter gear setup is actually pretty good. I'm rocking the jacket, that hawk jacket that I always talk about. Rocking some pretty standard, like, winter gloves. Then just long johns and my riding pants. Plenty of warmth for these temperatures around freezing. Having a little sun obviously helps as well. calm afternoon. That's such a fun section, honestly. That's like one of my favorite sections of road to ride. With the, you know, some curves and some like gradual curves like that you can take at fast speeds. Try a little windy sidewalk path here. Switch it up a bit. These are also fun to ride on longboard. These like windy paths like this. It'd be nice if it was a little wider, but across the parking lot here. Man, I just love this scooter. I really do. It took me a second to really get used to it and be okay with the amount of money I spent to upgrade it, but I'm actually really glad that I ended up picking this thing up. Been overall super impressed with it, and I feel like the biggest test of a scooter's worth and the value of the scooter is how often you want to like get out and ride it, and how excited you are to go out. And like, this is one of the scooters throughout the year that I've like anticipated riding, even just for fun, not even just for channel content. Footrest is still holding up. I barely even have had to think about it. Feels real good. Doesn't feel like it's gonna snap at all. windy, slowing me down quite a bit. Getting a little chilly, so I'm gonna head back home here. But thanks so much for riding along and for enjoying these end of the year rides with me. Yeah, overall consensus on the rear footrest is impressive. So yeah, that's gonna be down in the description if y'all want to check that out. Thanks for riding with me, and happy holidays, and I will see you guys hopefully soon for another video, but if not, after the new year. So bye.